Champions are never made in the ring. This is another exciting episode of Flip the Pages. My name is Ayodele Moiwataiwo. Flip the Pages is dedicated to book reviews, and on this channel, I do book reviews. I bring interesting books written by amazing authors from all around the world, and I throw interesting conversations around treasures that I found, in the course of reading the book. For the past 3 weeks, I've been talking about a book that is so inspiring, that is so simple yet profound. The title of the book is Talent is Never Enough, written by John Maxwell. I would like to implore you to please get a copy of this book. Go to your local library, get a copy. Go to the bookshop, buy a copy. Go online, get a version of the soft copy. It is deep, it is profound, and it is highly recommended. Now, from this amazing book, Talent is Never Enough, I have discovered that there are a lot of things that we take for granted from which we can get great gains. That is what the book is all about. The book is basically talking about our talent, the fact that every human being on the face of the earth has something that he or she can do better than the next 10,000 people, and that is the person's talent. Now, moving on from that point, we realize that talent is never enough. There are a lot of things that we need to add to our talents in order for us to profit from such talent and to bless the human race. And today I'm going to wrap up on the previous conversations that we have heard in the course of talking about talent is never enough. The last thing I want to talk about today is do not lose your gold mine. Most of the time we get tired after running after a particular thing and it is not really working out. Probably you've been trying to brush up your skills, you've been trying to hone your talent, you've been trying to make something, something substantial from your little talent, and it is not just working. And at a point you just quit, you just say, you know what, I'm tired of doing this, let me take a break. And while you are taking a break, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years, life is just happening to you. Before you know it, you totally forget about the talent. And at a point in time, you will come across with somebody with the same talent who is thriving, and you become resentful. If you are always the type that is quick to throw in the towel, if you are always the type of person, who get tired in the heat of the battle, there is no way you can benefit from your talent. You must develop resilience. That is what this video is all about. Do not give up on your gold mine. Do not forget your gold mine. Do not lose your gold mine. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. You need to develop that staying power when it comes to the issue of talent. In my last video, I talked about being malleable. Most of the time, you want to be taught, you want to follow through the process, but along the line, you get stuck and you want to pull out. I'm talking to you today. Do you want to pull out? Are you tired of trying to make your talents work? Are you tired of owning your skills? Are you tired of refining your gold? Gold becomes gold by passing through the fire. There is no way your beauty can shine forth if you have not passed through the fire, if you have not passed through the pain, if you have not paid your dues. In order for you to have the lion's share, you must have the lion's heart. In order for you to have a reward, you must have gone through the process. You must have paid your dues. Perseverance in the process of connecting with your talent, in the process of refining your talent, in the process of making something useful out of your life. You need to persevere. You need that staying power. You need that tenacity to stay there when the heat is on. It is true that the hustle is real. but it is also true that the reward is equally real. It is true that you have to put in the work and the work might be painful, but it is also very true, very equally true, that if you dare put in the work, you will get the results. Have you been thinking about giving up? You don't want to, you don't want to go through the entire process of refining your gold. You are tired of digging, treasures from your gold mine, and you just want to say, you know what? Everyone knows I have tried. I'm leaving things at this point in time. Before you leave, I want to give you 3 reasons why you should not leave, why you should stretch yourself until you get to the finishing line. I want you to press the tape. I want you to get it done. I want you not only to discover your talent, I want you to get to the point of discovering your talent to move on to the point of refining your talent, and from there you still proceed further to the point of marketing your talent and making profits from your talent. That is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of what this video, the entire 4 episodes, is all about. From the point of discovery to the point of refining to the point of marketability, marketing your talent and using it to bless humanity, at the same time profiting you, the person who owns the talent. Now, let me quickly talk about 3 things that will help you to continue when you feel like throwing in the towel, when you feel like quitting on digging through your gold mine to pick out the treasures. You need to develop resilience. All the people that you see who are professionals in their different fields, at a point in time, they were under tutors. At a point in time, they were given to endless trainings. Those people who are professionals in their fields, who enjoy the fame, who enjoy the wealth, who others are now currently looking up to, at a point, they were also under teachers. At a point, they were also under tutors. At a point, they were students. I want you to call to heart that you need resilience. You need that grit. You need that tenacity. You need that staying power. That attitude of never quitting. That's telling yourself that quitting is not an option. You need to develop resilience. Develop the capacity to stay through. Develop the capacity, to push through the finishing line. Develop the capacity to go through the entire pain. Like I said, you've discovered that you have talent. You have discovered that, okay, you need to bring out the talents one after the other. And I likened that to drawing out treasures from a gold mine. You need to get your hands dirty. You need to get your body dirty. You need to go deep there. Connect with your treasures. You need to commit to it. You need to give your all to the training. Everyone today who is gaining from something that is worthy at a point in time was a novice in that field. You need to commit yourself to the training that it takes to become a pro, to become a reference point, to become a specialist in that field. You need to develop that tenacity to give it everything, whatever it takes. Do you want to become a stand-up comedian and at the moment you are finding it hard to connect with the audience? You are fighting, you are fighting with that self-esteem. You are fighting with stage fright, and you don't know how to connect. You don't know how to deliver, without becoming agitated on the stage. Do not lose your gold mine. Pay your dues. If you take time to pay your dues, a time is coming when you will also become a specialist in that field. A time will come when you will also become a professional in that field. A time will come when you will also become a reference point. Do not throw your gold mine away. What you think you have and you feel it is not enough, there is someone out there with half as much as what you have, with half as much as what you carry, and that person is taking time, to expand that little to become much. Little is much when you pour your all into it. Take time to go through the trying period. Take time to go through the training period. Take time, to develop what you have. Do not give up. Persevere. Make sure that what you have, goes through the fire of refinement, and you'll be amazed at the beauty that will come from it. Now, before you throw away your gold mine and you feel it is worthless, before you throw away your gold mine and you hand it over to another person, before you look down on the talent that you carry, what is the next thing that will help you to persevere is for you to understand your why. Why do you want to become successful in that field? Why do you want to do that thing in the first place? Having discovered that you have the passion, you have the gifting, you have the talent to stand in that sphere, what is there for you to gain from being there? Why do you want to become a medical doctor, for instance? You have discovered that you have the passion, you have the talent, to be empathetic towards people. You have the passion to care for people. You have the talent, to care for people, to nurture people. But because of the rigorous training of medical school, you feel like it's not worth it. I want to pull out. I want you to call to heart. Why do you want to do that thing in the first place? When it looks so appealing to pull out, always call to heart your why. Always look back at the bigger picture. Always look at where you fit in the world and where your talents can make a difference. Why did you in the first place decide to lose weight? Why did you in the first place, acknowledge that talent resident on the inside of you? I want you to remember your why before you quit and get back in the ring. I want you to remember your why before you decide to give up. It will encourage you to get back in the ring. The last point that I want to talk about, that will help you to persevere, that will help you to stay true, even in the furnace when it is hot, when it is so uncomfortable. I want you to understand something and call to heart this one thing. What is in it for me? What do I stand to gain if I can push through the pain, if I can push through the rigors, if I can push through the heat of the moment? Is there something that I stand to gain from this thing? Is this something that is going to give me a sense of fulfillment? Is this something that will make my life more meaningful? Is this something that will make my life easier? What do I stand to gain from the pursuit, of these talents? From the pursuit of being a YouTuber, what do I stand to gain? For instance, for me, that is what I look at. Sometimes when I post my videos and I see maybe 50 views, 100 views, I just feel a day is coming that I'm going to post a video and wake up the next morning to see 500,000 views, to see 1 million views. Because I can see it, I know that it will come. I know that there is something in this thing for me. I know that I'm building a community of book lovers. I know that I'm pushing myself out there. Do you get the point now? I want you to take time to sit back and look at what do you stand to gain from your talents. It's okay to look at what the world stands to gain from your talents, but that may not be enough motivation. In addition to what humanity stands to gain from your talent, what do you also as a person stand to gain from your talent? If you've taken time to listen to this video up to this point, I want to say thank you so much. Thanks for being a part of my community. I do not in any way take it for granted. Before I continue the video, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. And please do feel free to share my videos so that my channel can be recommended to more viewers. Thanks so much for being a part of today's episode, the last episode. I want to encourage you to get a copy of this book. Pick it up from the bookstore, pick it up from the library. It's quite inspiring. There are more that you can still gain from this book. I couldn't touch everything. It is too deep. It is highly recommended. Do you want to edit your book? You want to proofread your book, or you want to write a biography and you don't know how to go about it? My email addresses will be on the screen. Feel free to get in touch with me. That is what I do. I am a bookpreneur. I enjoy working with books. I enjoy working with busy people who have ideas and concepts that they would like to write on, but they do not have the time and they do not have the expertise to do that. That is what I do. Let's work together and change the world one book at a time. That's the end of today's video. Thanks so much for being a part. I really do appreciate it. I do not in any way take it for granted. And I promise to come back shortly with another interesting book. Before that time, I want to encourage you to please make your comments. Let me know where you are listening from and let me know what you have gained by virtue of listening to this series, the Talent series. For your wink, I'll be back.